Dance Arts of Columbia provides fitness fun for everyone from 3 years old to adult. Dance Arts is a good environment where the friendly staff makes you feel comfortable. Dance Art feels that dance is an art form that you can experience firsthand by learning tap, jazz, modern, musical theater, lyrical, and ballet. Dance Arts urges you to enjoy a sense of accomplishment while getting fit and having fun. For class information, call 875-1569. Dance Arts of Columbia, serving Columbia since 1979.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. This is Monday. It's October the 6th, and we're glad to have you with us today. We've got two guests that we're going to deal with. First of all, I want to introduce you to Dr. Susan Pereira. Good to have you here, Doctor.
Thank you.
And
Thanks
the
for being
reason
here.
you're here today is you're pretty excited about something that has happened with MU Healthcare.
Correct.
What was it? Back in September, the MU Healthcare opened the Mizzou Quick Care Clinic.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
tell me
we did.
about it.
So, Mizzou Quick Care Clinics are a clinic that you can go to when you need medical attention or medical advice, when you either can't get into your doctor, or it's after hours, or before hours, or Saturday or Sunday.
Well, you're open Saturday and Sunday.
We are. We're open Saturday and
Because people
Sunday.
do get sick on the weekend.
Absolutely, they do. And so there's a great need, and people want to be able to get quick access for relatively minor, but yet, issues or concerns or illnesses, what have you, that requires some medical advice or intervention or evaluation.
So how would somebody decide that they go to a quick care clinic or if they need to go to the emergency room?
So we have kind of conveniently listed the kinds of things that we treat at the Quick Care Clinic. So people can either go online to muhealthcare.org and look at Quick Care and sort of see the kinds of things that they could be seen there for.
Okay, give me an example.
Poison ivy, or I stepped on a nail and there's nothing wrong, but I need a tetanus shot. Mm-hmm. Or, Mom, I forgot, I need my sports physical by tomorrow. And it's 5 o'clock.
Oh, and you can go in and get a physical.
You can go in there and get a physical. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're sick with a bad cough or cold, you can go in for
Absolutely.
that too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So things that require either an X-ray or some laboratory work, those are the kinds of things that we might either suggest going to a primary care clinic, or if someone looks acutely ill and perhaps need immediate intervention, then we'd recommend that they go to the ER.
So if they came in and you realize that, this is more than what we should be doing here, you'll send them to ER.
Absolutely.
So you got 3 locations?
We do, in all the Hy-Vees.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And people need an appointment, or they do not need an appointment?
They do not need an appointment. It's a walk-in clinic. However, there's kind of a nice feature, which is online. You can go and sort of register yourself. Mm-hmm. So it kind of cuts down the time even when you come there. Like if you're doing something and you need to be seen, but it's inconvenient to go right now, you could go online and register and say, I'd like to come at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Then you can sort of schedule an appointment, but you don't need one. You can just walk right in.
Okay, that's good to know. Doctor, thank you so much for
You're
coming.
welcome.
We're about out of time, but real quick, can you answer this for me? We were talking briefly before we came on about antibiotics. Too many times antibiotics are being used when they're not necessary.
Yes, that's correct. And lots and lots of illnesses our bodies would take care of without antibiotics. Antibiotics certainly have their place for significant illnesses, but there are lots. This is cold and flu season, and antibiotics do not help.
They don't help.
They don't help.
The body will heal itself. Just give it the time.
The body will heal itself in most instances, yes.
Okay.
You're right.
Dr. Susan Pereira, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure meeting you. I can't believe this is the first time we've met, and you've been here since 1980.
That's true.
Yeah, good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Now we turn to Brian MAHIEU. Good to have you on Radio Friends, Brian. And you're here to tell us about the Art House Autumn on the Bricks. What is that?
Correct. Autumn on the Bricks is actually a fall festival that's being put on in Fulton's Historic Brick District, and it's being put on by 2 organizations, the Brick District and the not-for-profit Art House.
Okay, why is it called the Brick District?
It's called the Brick District because we have the old brick streets that are a lot of maintenance, but they're beautiful and we like them, and so
Kind
they
of
give
like stepping back in time, isn't
right,
it?
give the ambiance to that area.
Yeah. So what will be going on?
There's a lot going on. I have to refer to my notes. Some of them we've got. It's sort of a combination of, like, if you envision art in the park and then a jazz festival, kind of that sort of.
Both.
Yes. In Fulton, we had a tradition. There were jazz concerts on the hill at Westminster College, and we're sort of bringing that back, combining it with an art fair that we used to also have art fairs over there. So, but this is it's like a street fair there in downtown Fulton. We've got live music I'm excited about. I want to tell you all the bands. Fine art, artisanal food, local wines, craft beers. There's a wild game cook-off featuring wild boar by two celebrity chefs. Are going to have a cook-off, and they're going to both make a dish with wild boar, and people get to taste and vote on that. We've got
people have to. You buy it, right?
Admission to this event, it's free and open to the public.
Okay. What about the tasting contest?
Okay. Great question. If you want to drink, you have to be carded, and you get an armband. That's free. So anybody can enter the festival grounds and taste the beer.
Okay,
and
the armband is free. But you got to pay for what you drink.
Correct. We have something called a taste passport, and they buy that for $10, and the proceeds benefit the art house. But on the taste passport, there are tastings at 5 local wineries. You get to taste 2 craft beers and both of the wild boar dishes.
Oh, if you buy the taste passport.
Correct. And you get all those tastings for that, plus 3 raffle tickets. We have a $500 shopping spree for Brick House businesses. So you get that along with all those tastings for $10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so support your local arts, and you don't necessarily have to buy a piece of art. You can drink wine and beer and still be...
Okay, and it still is going to be... It's going to be supporting the arts when you buy that little...
taste passport. Armband is free. It just shows you're 21.
Okay.
And you can drink.
Okay. But then you got to buy the passports.
Correct.
Okay.
To have the tastings.
When is all of this happening?
This Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7. And can I tell you the bands that we're going to have?
Sure.
Do we have time for that? So we have 4 bands. We have music from 10 in the morning till 7 at night. The first one is Joel Anderson Jazz. And then we have me and Jim, Grady Frazier, and we finish it off with the Rock Atomics, which are sort of rockabilly, from 5 to 7. And as far as the artisanal food, we are Gary Vaught at Beck's is sort of manning our art house food concession area, and he's cooking some amazing things. We've got bison burgers. We've got locally made brats with fermented sauerkraut. We'll also have someone demoing how to do fermented kraut and pickles, and homemade.
So people can come and just spend the whole day there.
Yes, homemade potato chips. We have a cider press. There'll be pressed cider. We're going to be selling pressed cider. Also, there are plans for mulled spiked cider with local spirits.
Okay. And you know what? You hear that music? We're out of time.
Okay.
So again, it's this coming Saturday.
Correct.
In Fulton.
Correct.
On the bricks.
That's right.
And everybody is invited. Brian, thank you so much for coming by. Okay. Tomorrow, Greenhouse Theater and Boone County Council on Aging are topics. I want to remind you our program directed by Travis McMillen of the Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio is Pat Akers from KBIA. Our floor director is Maya Jackson, named after Maya Angelou, I just found out. She's from KBIA also, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. Bye-bye.